Module 1, Chapter 1, Definitions. Hi, in this first class, I would like to focus on some definitions that will be used during this course. So where do these definitions came from? ISO 27001 is part of a family of the ISO standards family, which is the ISO 27000. And the first volume of this, ISO 27000 family is actually the ISO IEC 27001. So this is where you find all of the definitions, all standards of the 27000 family centrally. In previous versions of this standard, these definitions, or all of those definitions, were found in ISO 27001 itself and in each other different standard individually that were part of the family. But ISO very smartly, I believe, moved all of those definitions in order to have them in a centralized point, avoiding redundancies and small differences in those definitions from different standards. And I really believe it is helping a lot. So let's start with the definition. So the first one is about preventive action. It's the action to eliminate the cause of a potential non-conformity or other undesirable situation. Risk acceptance. That's the risk, that's the decision, right, to accept the risk. Threat, the cause of a potential undesirable incident which may result in damage to the system or organization. Information analysis, it shows how the organization deals with information, how the information flows in and out of the organization. Risk analysis, process to understand the nature of the risk and determine the level of the risk. Risk analysis provides the basis for risk assessments and risk treatment decisions. Risk analysis always includes risk estimation. Attack. It's an attempt to destroy, expose, change, disable, or gain unauthorized access to or make unauthorized use of an asset, like steal. Assets. Well, it's anything that has a value in the organization. It is a broad definition that can be attributed to installations, software, hardware, copies like paper copies, in addition to people, skills, experience, and intangible assets such as reputation and image. Authenticity, the property that confirms that an entity is what it claims to be. Risk assessment, risk identification process, risk analysis, and risk estimation. Reliability, ownership of consistent behavior or results. Confidentiality, property that the information is not made available or disclosed to unauthorized individuals, entities, or processes. The concept of confidentiality attempts to prevent the intentional or unauthorized disclosure of message content. The loss of confidentiality can occur in many ways, such as the intentional release of the organization's private information or due to errors in the configuration of network access rights. Control. Means of managing risk, including policies, procedures, guidelines, and practices or organizational structures which may be administrative, technical, managerial, or of a legal nature that alter the risk of information security. Controls may not always result in expected or intended changes. Control is also used as a synonym for protection or countermeasure. Directive, a description that clarifies what and how it could be done to achieve the objectives set out in the policies. Availability, property of being accessible and usable on demand by an authorized entity. Risk estimation, the process of comparing the results of a risk analysis with the risk criteria to determine whether the risk and or its magnitude is acceptable or tolerable. Information security event, identify an occurrence in a system, service, or network indicating the possibility of an information security policy breach, failure of protection, or an unknown prior situation that may have relevance to security. Exposure, a situation that denotes exposure to loss of a threatening agent. Risk management, coordinated activities to direct and control the organization with respect to risk. Information management. Information management describes the means by which an organization plans, collects, organizes, uses, controls, disseminates, and disposes of its information efficiently, and by which it ensures that the value of the information is identified and exploited to its fullest extent.